going to be studying and learning your brain and your learning style, and your weekly assignment. We'll close off, time permitting, with Q&A to make sure that we are addressing any questions that you may have. But this is hopefully going to be interactive. You're going to learn a lot, I hope. And we are certainly really, really happy to have you here so you can join and learn a little bit more about what this is all about. Share your introductions. And so what I'd actually like us to do here, if you mind giving me 1 second, at the risk of having you look at too many different things at once, I do think it's important for all of us who are participating in the sprint on a regular basis to get familiar with the Kyros.ai sprint chat. This is where you can go ahead and share your name, where you're joining from, and your favorite book or TV show and why. As we continue, what I would love to do is just highlight what our syllabus for the program is. And today, as I mentioned, we're going to be covering studying and learning, your brain and your learning style, along with general study tips that we will be covering every week. So that's not the only thing we're going to be covering. You'll see that we'll be giving you an introduction into APs as well. But when it comes to learning and kind of helping you advance, you're going to see that we have a general theme for the week. Next week, it's going to be a deeper dive into APs for those of you who are taking them. And then the following topics will focus on defining your motivation, beating procrastination, asking for help, and staying on track. Some tips for helping you do that, as well as, of course, preparing for test day. If you're going to be taking the test, then it's something that you probably want to think about how to set yourself up for success, not only as you prepare for your actual test date, but also beyond. So we hope that this is going to be a productive experience, not just for the AP. This is focused and tailored, of course, toward the AP, but the skills that you're learning in this sprint will apply to any type of test that you're going to be learning and applying for. So just keep that in mind. We'll go into what those specifics are, but it's going to be useful for you to know that. In terms of the structure of the sprint, as you know, we will have weekly sessions. We will have weekly assignments that we're going to be asking you to submit. So please go ahead and do those. They are going to be an important part of applying your learning throughout the program. And then we are going to have theme-based study groups. So you'll meet your study groups in the breakout sessions in our meetings, and we're going to assign you depending on the survey responses.
So moving on to the next slide. So because of the COVID-19 situation, this year the College Board is offering everybody 3 separate exam administrations. These administrations range from the beginning of May towards the beginning of June. So there's a very large window of time for us to take the AP exam. All these administrations also can be in school or at home. So at home, that might give you some advantages. For example, if you're at home, you might be feeling less stressed. You might be feeling a bit more confident. But at the same time, if you're in person, you're able to backtrack through your multiple choice questions, which is an advantage that you won't be able to do at home. In addition, in person, you might be able to draw diagrams for a free response question, which you might not be able to do at home. So this is a very considerable trade-off.
Okay. So then the next section that I think is important to think about is what is happening at your age, right? If you're an adolescent, or for you parents who are thinking about the best way to support your students to find success, not only in APs, but in general learning and studying. I think it's important to get a better sense of what it is that you are going through, right? And doing a little bit of research and getting a bit more understanding of what is going on. Essentially, up until the age that you become a teenager, your brain has been growing and learning a wide variety of things based on everything that you've been exposed to. And so it's essentially been adding information, adding neurons, adding all of the details essentially that you're learning, and all kinds of skills along the way.